Okay, so we're going to go through the answers to this class quiz. Let's first read the question carefully. It says a taxi is traveling at the speed of 25 meters per second when a traffic light 40 meters ahead changes to red. The first question is define the term acceleration. So the answer is that acceleration is the rate of change in velocity, and you can tell that from the question. So this means rate, that means change, and that means velocity. So to get those 2 marks, it is the rate of change in velocity. So you're not going to say it is velocity divided by time. You need to know what dividing by time means. So you have to say the full words in order to get your full marks. Then it says the driver takes 1 second to react before he slams on the brakes. The taxi then stops within 2 seconds. Is the velocity and the acceleration of the braking taxi in the same direction as it moves towards the traffic light? Now, it says that when it is slamming on the brakes in order to stop. So when you slam on the brakes, it means you are slowing down. When you are slowing down, your velocity and your acceleration must be in 2 different directions. Because that is the reason they're asking you, what does acceleration mean? Because if you go to the definition of acceleration, it is the change in velocity. You want to change your speed. If you're accelerating in the same direction as your velocity, then you will increase your speed. You will go faster. But a change in speed can also be a decrease. And the only way to decrease your speed is if your acceleration and your velocity are in different directions. So the answer to this is the velocity in the same direction? The answer is no. And the reason is that they are in opposite directions. Okay? In other words, you could have said that the V is right and the acceleration is acting left. The next question is calculate the distance the taxi travels during the reaction time. So the key word here is during the reaction time. So how are we going to do this using the information that we have? Okay, we're going to do our VTAX first, but let's read the question again. It says the taxi is traveling at a speed of 25. Then, or when a traffic light 40 meters ahead changes to red. So it's currently traveling at 25 meters per second. And it says it takes 1 second to react. So the question here is, what is the distance traveled between the time that he sees the red light and the time that he reacts? Therefore, our time is going to be 1 second, not 2 seconds. It didn't say calculate the distance over which the taxi came to a stop. It said calculate the distance the taxi travels during reaction time. In other words, during this 1 second. So he didn't slow down yet. And that's the key. He was about to slow down. So during the reaction time means during this 1 second. What's velocity? What is his velocity during the 1 second? 25. Okay. So let's set that equation up. We have set up our VTAX. And I'm going to ask the audience, what is the value of my final velocity?
25 meters per second.
25 meters per second. My initial velocity?
25 meters per second.
What is the time of my reaction time?
1 second.
1 second. What is my acceleration?
That you don't know.
There is no info given about acceleration. And what is my displacement?
Target.
Target. So you're going to put the question mark there. Okay, so let's evaluate why these values are the way they are. So the question says the distance traveled during the reaction time. So reaction time means between the time he saw the light and the time he decided to put the brakes on, to slam the brakes, right? So he didn't slam his brakes yet. His velocity didn't change yet, and therefore his velocity is still 25. It didn't change yet because he didn't press the brakes yet, because he didn't react in time. So we're just looking at this 1 second, where he was still traveling at 25 meters per second. Now we're going to look for an equation without acceleration. We're going to look for an equation without acceleration. And that equation is this one. And let's substitute. And that gives us an answer of 25. Go to the next video for the answer to question 4.